PAT. They'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. 30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Well, they're just going to run it here up the middle. And some space here. It's a foot race. 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson as the first half is winding down. And Washington able to come up with a quick strike touchdown. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
That's good.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Daniel. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's Swift. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here comes the Lions punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Let's take it inside his own 40. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
41-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. And looked into that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. 2nd and 12, operating from the 39. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Brings up third.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. Slings this deep from McLaurin. This is caught inside the 15. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. It's a big play there for Washington on third down. 44 yards. And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet,
while making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Ball carrier.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
2nd and 6 from the 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Haskins will throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
For the Washington field goal. A 26-yard attempt.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them. That feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Jamal Agnew on the return. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 1st down, Daniel. Off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Shotgun snap for Daniel. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. That's Thomas Davis on the sack. Came in the league way back in 2005.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Running is Swift. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 19. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Daniel. Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay there to make the grab. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game. It's been quite the game for him individually, a trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route, whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. Oh, and you just can't do that. 15 yards on the roughing the kicker call.
Absolutely inexcusable. The kicker's in a defenseless position, and he just gets taken out.
To kick off for Detroit.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Haskins in the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Got an open man, finds Gibson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So he couldn't hook up. His time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Ford Field. It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. Able to corral him right at the midfield stripe following that sparkling display of footwork we saw. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And it's 3rd down.
Washington on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time they face a 3rd and 2. This is caught by Jackson. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 33. 17 yards that time and a Washington 1st.
And the Washington 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play action. Haskins. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Off the edge, the sack by Reggie Ragland. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different. I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Well, this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Brings up 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a two-score game. Hopkins' kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a two-score game. His third field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
Jamal Agnew on the return. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. The throw over the middle taken in, and he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one good for 26 and a first down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down? It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 39, 11 yards there, and a Lion first down.
10 at the 39-yard line.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. To the air again, Daniel. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
A first down throw for Daniel. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Throwing again is Daniel. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they'll go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. The linebacker, Christian Jones, there to make the stop.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. On second down now, it's Gibson, and he'll get it out to midfield. It's a spot right in midfield at the 50. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. On first down, Gibson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire.
Washington.
So it's Washington getting the victory here, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells